Hi folks, we're back today with another video, and today on this video we've got a very special guest. We've got, what should we call you, BoyladGames, I think we've referred to you in the past, so say hello, boy.
Hi.
We're trying out the dual microphone setup today, so we've got both microphones hooked up. Hopefully one of us won't shout into the microphone and completely deafen viewers. And I've invited BoyladGames along today to try out some games, and as you can tell from the title of the video and the thumbnail, we're going to be looking at the worst Game Boy games ever, according to ChatGPT. Now, originally I wanted to try and do this based on how many copies have been sold, but when I did a bit of research, looking online, asking ChatGPT, my response was that specific sales figures in the UK are not publicly available, and then it spat out some estimated ones, but they included lots of Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy Color games, and that's not what I wanted. So I retyped it back into ChatGPT, tweaked the question a little bit, and I said, can you give me the 5 lowest rated reviews of original Game Boy games where reviews are based on game quality, enjoyment, and I want them to base reviews on from websites and potentially magazines if they were scanned in and archived, things like IGN, Games Master, etc. And can they cite their source? So as we're going through these 5 games today, I'll be shouting out, where the review is from, what it said, etc. So we're going to sort of hit the ground running really and get straight into the first game. The first game we're going to look at is Star Wars, the game of episode 4, the first film, and I'll just give you a little read through of what it said on ChatGPT. With the reasoning it picked this one was, it says, this action platformer was intended to follow the plot of episode 4, A New Hope. However, it faced criticism for its poor gameplay mechanics, unresponsive controls, and high difficulty level. A reviewer on Game Facts, or Game FAQs, rated it 1 out of 10, describing it as one of the worst video games of all time. Now, obviously, this is just a random person that's posted it on Game Facts, Game FAQs. But we'll give it a look for ourselves, and I'm not going to be playing this today. We've got BoyladGames is going to be playing it for the first time. In fact, he's going to be playing all these games for the first time, so it really will be a look at these games from the eyes of a child. How are you feeling? Are you feeling up to the task?
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of games do you play currently at the minute?
I've got Fortnite, Minecraft, FC25, and Firefighting Simulator.
Fantastic. So that's sort of an insight into what games, this lad has been playing. Modern games on the PlayStation 5. So this is going to be a real sort of, potentially a shock to the system. As you can see from, your picture of Kirby playing in the background, we're going to be running these on an emulator. We're going to be running them from the GameStick 4K. And if you've got any interest in that whatsoever, you can check out the previous video that we ran a couple of months ago, where I reviewed the GameStick and sort of gave you the ins and outs. So you can check that out on the channel. But for now, let's sort of dive in with 2 feet at Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
This controller definitely feels really, really fake.
Well, it does, yeah. That's obviously the controller from the GameStick 4K. Yeah, we mentioned in the review, didn't we, that it was probably designed to look like a PlayStation 5 controller.
It doesn't look anything like
here we go. Right, so remember your buttons are these 2. Yeah, and you've got start. So hit start. Let's get into it. Maybe mash start again so we can get through this. What do you think to the graphics so far?
Quite bad. It looks like something I would find in like an old Mario game. There we go.
Oh,
I'm dead.
You died. When you think of Star Wars, what do you think? Like, what sort of images come to mind? Guns, yeah. Main character doesn't use a gun though, does he? What does he use?
A lightsaber.
Yeah. Oh, what a nice one. Well done. Oh, died.
That was quite father.
And obviously you've got the luxury of playing this on a screen. Originally you would have played this. Oh, no, you died again. Continue?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you managed to get through 2% of the game. Well done.
Yeah.
Maybe start. Is it start? Maybe does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're still in the cave, look. Can you leave the cave? Can you go out the door?
I'll try.
Yeah. Is there more? Oh, you can. Maybe drive that around for a bit and see if there's anything else.
Hello, anyone here?
Does that fire a gun? Does that shoot?
No. No, it's down here. Listen. Rocks galore.
You give the cave one more try?
Yeah. We'll find it. Where even is the cave? Am I stranded?
Oh.
Who is
Oh,
he?
that's taking your energy, look. Maybe try and avoid that.
Hello, where's the cave?
Oh.
There we go.
That's a different cave. Okay, let's see if we can get through this.
Hopefully it should be a bit easier. I'm going to take them or not. That was very not intentional. That was not intentional. I'm going to try and find my way back to another cave. Yeah.
I'll try that one again.
I don't even know where it was.
I mean, that one you were just in.
I don't know where it was.
Straightforward.
Really?
Yeah, there, look.
Oh!
That's
It's
it.
a run up. Bye.
Can you push the button down harder? It's not. Yeah, there you go. Look.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice. Oh, giant wasp. Oh, that was a bit of a boost. Oh, giant wasp. Oh, he's killed you. Right. I think the time has come perhaps to give this your final thoughts. So can you give us a few words and then a rating? What did we agree this rating system was?
Eye-catching, because it hurt my eyes and very hard.
Yeah. Give it a rating. How many Yodas out of 5?
2.56.
Yeah. Any plus points to it?
The giant wasp.
The giant wasps.
Definitely.
Okay, so pros, giant wasps. Cons, it hurt your eyes. And 2 Yodas out of 5.
2.5.
Oh man, that means I've got to try and edit like a half a Yoda face. Can we stick to 4 numbers?
Okay.
2 out of 5 Yodas?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so the next game on our list that we're going to be looking at is Castlevania the Adventure. And our ChatGPT little review reasoning for picking this one, it says, as the first entry of the Castlevania series on the Game Boy, this title was criticised for its poor level design, sluggish controls, and lack of attack options. Pro Fanboy ranked it among the worst Game Boy games, citing glaring design errors. Now, I had this game as one of the first games that I had for the Game Boy, and I loved it. Okay, it was incredibly hard, but that just meant that it kept you coming back for more. And I think actually it's got a killer soundtrack. So for me, actually, it perhaps doesn't belong on the 5 worst games list. However, we'll get a boy. What do we say? BoyladGames. BoyladGames. Huh? Dadlad, Boylad. Yeah, on it, and let's get it loaded up.
What about Dadladgames?
Yeah, we'll work on it. If you've got any suggestions, drop it in the comments. But yeah, let's get Castlevania loaded up, and we'll see what you think of that.
Okay, so I've got it loading up here.
Yeah, there's that famous Konami logo.
It makes me feel quite young, but it makes my dad feel old.
It does. Okay, I'm quite happy to be sharing these with you. Okay, there's that killer soundtrack. I love it, man. So, just a little tip. You've got a whip, yeah, which you can use, and you can whip those
It was what button?
candles. Well, you've only got 2 buttons to use, A and
Oh.
B. There you go. Now, a reminder, in Castlevania, everything kills you.
You can kill yourself in this game, maybe?
Well, if you fall off the edge, yeah, you'll be dead.
Oh no, it's another human.
Nice. So that's powered up your whip. But if you take a hit, it depowers it. Initial thoughts?
It's quite good actually.
Yeah.
It's quite like my game. Yeah.
You have to duck. You can duck down to hit him. Press down. Or just keep going. So that knockback is infamous with Castlevania games. The amount of runs that have been ruined by an accidental hit knocking you into a pit or a cavern. So remember, you can duck down and hit them with your whip. That's it. That's it. Oh, you died.
No! I mean, I did quite good from the first go.
Yeah.
Starting it.
All the way back to the start.
Like, imagine if you're about to complete the game.
Yep.
And you just died by one of these guys.
Yeah, it happens.
Does it happen to you?
Oh, well, plenty of things have happened to me with this game. I don't think I ever managed to get past... I think I got into the 3rd level on an original Game Boy back in the day. But with Game Genies and things, and emulators and save states, I have managed to complete the game. But not in its purest form.
This definitely feels also very fake. Just when it looks fake.
What do you mean when you keep saying fake? What do you mean?
Like it doesn't look real and it doesn't feel real. But it is real.
Yeah.
Well, we have different senses of humour. Don't we?
Yeah.
You think anything's funny? Oh, I died. I think it's me.
So I think we're going to wrap things up in a minute. I'll just let you carry on playing for a minute. Just as you're carrying on. Have you got any pros? Positive points about the game?
That it's quite fun and it's
Yeah.
quite challenging.
Yeah. Negatives? Cons?
Eye hurts again.
The eye hurts.
Either
you
stop
think-
following me,
you
that's
think
rude.
see, now you've... You'd leveled up your whip to level 3 and it had fireballs, but then you keep taking hits, so it's breaking your whip. So we could rate this in, I think, crucifixes for the Castlevania series.
Ooh!
So how many crucifixes out of 5?
It's a good 4.5.
Really?
Yeah.
And again, with the half numbers, I have to generate graphics a half.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Brilliant. So you're giving this 4.5 crucifixes out of 5.
Oh, mate.
Okay, fair enough. Let's
I
see if you... keep going forward, look. Get to that rope. Let's see if we can get you onto the next screen. Go on, go on. So you need to hold up now when you're at that rope. And jump up onto it. Maybe for the truest experience, I shouldn't even be giving you tips. You learn like I did. Now you've got to jump off without falling to your death. That's it. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. So I'll just reiterate those.
You just wait until I die.
Yeah, I will do. We'll just go over those one more time, and I'll pop the graphics on the screen now. So pros, you think it's quite challenging, quite enjoyable to play. Cons, again, it's hurting your eyes, and we're going to give it 4.5 crucifixes out of 5. Oh, I thought you were going to die then, and you got the invincibility crucifix right at the end.
Jump. But is it level 3?
The third bit, yep.
I'm on the same level as you.
Oh no, I meant actual level 3, so we get past the boss and stuff.
I mean, I'm still doing quite good. I died.
Right.
Instant armor.
We'll leave it there. Let's get a new game loaded up. Okay, so the third game on our list is going to be The Amazing Spiderman. ChatGPT has told us that this game was criticised for its unresponsive controls, subpar graphics, and failure to capture the essence of the Spider-Man character. The video game critic gave it a D- grade, noting that it fails miserably to capture the spirit and energy of our high-flying superhero. Again, this was a game that I had on the original Game Boy. I quite liked it. I thought the baddies in it, the enemies were quite well flushed out. I thought they were different enough to offer different challenges. I actually thought the graphics were quite good, but we'll get Lado on it and we'll see what he thinks. So here we go from 1990. It's The Amazing Spider-Man.
So I actually have a Spider-Man game myself, and that's Miles Morales. And I quite like that game, so I hope this is going to be a tiny bit like it.
Yep.
At least. Okay.
Don't pretend with me. I know who you are, Spider-Man. Recognize my voice.
You don't sound anything like him.
Well done, Webhead, but cut the wisecracks if you ever want to see Mary Jane again. You're not doing your bit.
Oh, what have you done with her? Where is she?
Don't threaten me, Wall Crawler. We'll discuss this in the alleyway, if you make it.
Don't worry about me, Don Brian. I'll be in your face so fast that you'll blah 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 blah.
I like how you call me Dome Brian as well a little bit instead of Dome Brain. Right.
Oh.
Go on then. Right. Let's test the buttons because I think you've got some baddies. We've only got 2, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So jump and punch kick.
Yeah.
I think. Do you throw web if you?
Oh.
So you've only got a limited amount of web. Yeah.
Hey yo. Yeah.
This one seems a little bit faster than the other games. Does it feel faster?
Yeah, it feels faster.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
Yes and no, in my opinion.
Oh.
I don't. Because
Oh,
I like the enjoyment of like the games. So I like them to take a bit of time.
Yeah.
It's more fun, so you get to enjoy a bit more of it.
Can you see that your energy is going down? So you need to make sure that you're killing baddies. Oh, there's a burger there. Look. Can you get it? Oh, that. I'm gonna.
No.
Just Leroy Jenkins. Leroy, get the burgers. They're gonna help you.
Where are the burgers?
Up in the windows, look.
Hello?
There, look. There.
What? Oh no. Ah! Oh no.
Oh.
I died.
Rubbish. Go on. Continue. Oh.
Sorry if I made you deaf.
Bit of spider flam there.
Sorry if I made you guys deaf.
Okay. Here comes Mysterio.
As you seen from my Fortnite stream, I do actually have Mysterio in my life.
You got it. Attack him. Get him. Get him.
Oh, there
Get
he
him.
is. Yeah, he was quite a hard
Yeah.
boss to beat in
You're
Fortnite.
not punching him.
Really?
You're pressing the wrong button, I think.
What button is it?
Oh, there you go. Look.
Oh,
Well, I think you might run out of lives before you defeat him.
Ah.
Keep going.
Oh.
Oh no, you did him.
Yay!
Yeah, well done.
Thanks to my excellent finger spamming.
Boyhead didn't. Oh no, wait.
Boyladhead didn't tell me much, blah blah blah.
Curl up to the roof and meet your doom, Spider-Man.
When I'm through with you, pumpkin tree, you'll never trick or treat me again.
Master music, but I'll have the left foot linger. Like evil Yoda.
Don't count on it, Gobby. I'm on my way.
There you go. So I think that, yeah. So you got to crawl up the wall this time and avoid the. And if I remember rightly, you need to move out the way when you get your spider sense. So make sure you're moving all the time. That's it. Yeah, avoid those. Get that burger, loaf of bread, whatever it is. That's it, you got it. Keep moving.
Bread.
That's it, keep moving. That's it, keep moving. I think you're near the top. When it starts to go, that's it. Yeah, when it starts to go crazy, if I remember rightly, you're near the top. Make sure you keep moving. That's it. Move, 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 move. Oh. That's it. In that window. Yeah, I think you have to jump, if I remember rightly, to get in that. To get in the window.
I didn't want to do it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. So, so pros. Give it a pro.
It was quite fun.
Yeah.
Bosses are quite easy to defeat.
Yep. But a con.
I quite like it.
Yeah. No cons.
Actually, yeah. There's one con.
Yeah.
Eyes hurt.
Eyes hurt. Are there any other cons? Like with the baddies, with the
it's
two.
It's quite hard to jump off the wall when you're trying to get into that window.
Okay, fair enough.
And
okay.
Hard to dodge those bombs.
How many Spider-Man heads are we going to give it out of 5?
Oh, and 4.
4 Spider-Man heads out of 5. Okay, right. Well, we'll say bye-bye to Spider-Man, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so the next game that we're going to look at is the port of Pac-Man. So the Game Boy port of this classic arcade game was criticised for its poor adaptation to the handheld's black and white display. It wasn't black and white, was it? It was green, 4 shades of green, which diminished the original's visual appeal. A reviewer from Down and Dirty Reviews, where that's from, rated it 36 out of 100, stating it just does not feel the same in black and white.
Flash green.
Yeah, well, green, 4 shades of green. Minis. Now, I'm a big fan of Pac-Man, and cheap plug, if you're a fan of Pac-Man, check out our Pac-Man-based songs in the DLG music section, which is going to be released either just after this video, so you might have to wait a little while for it, or it might have come out, depending on which order we're releasing the videos in. But the song is We Four Ghosts, and if you like Pac-Man or really cheesy pop, AI-generated pop music with terrible visuals, check it out. That's enough from me for now. We'll get Lado onto Pac-Man and let's see what it's like.
So, as a gamer, I quite like Pac-Man because I've played this one, not this one, but some other ones.
Yeah.
I quite like it.
Yeah, Pac-Man's that sort of arcade staple, isn't it? Everyone knows what Pac-Man is. Everyone knows how to play it. What do you think of the visuals straight away?
Very black and white.
Yeah, I guess the black and white, for viewers that aren't aware, like I say, we're playing this on an emulator, when we've just got black and white just set by default. It's just a little bit easier for us to see.
Oh, I got it.
So for me, I've not seen this version before, but for me, obviously the fact that the full maze isn't on screen straight away, you know, obviously it's moving around, might make it a little bit tricky for you to track. No, you got him.
Oh,
Yeah, remember when you got the power pill, they change colour, don't they? And you can eat them, but you can't eat them now, look, because they're back to normal colour. But I guess I guess the fact that the maze moves around means that the sprites are slightly bigger, which is a bonus, given it would have been on that tiny screen. What do you think?
Oh, it's quite nice actually. Definitely.
I think it's actually. You think it's quite crisp?
A bit.
Yeah, I think it is.
I might actually give this a five ghosts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. We'll play a bit more, and we'll see.
Cool.
I guess the person that reviewed it on the one that we cited from ChatGPT, they said it lacks the appeal of the original. And I suppose, you know, the original was brightly coloured. It can't do that. But then you know that it can't do that. The Game Boy can't do that. Go again?
Yeah, I'll go again.
Yeah. How do the controls feel? Do they feel quite responsive?
Yeah, they feel quite nice.
Pac-Man seems to be moving at a pretty decent speed, do you think?
Yeah. Definitely faster than, like, if it's an old version of a Game Boy or... Oh, I ran into one of them by accident. I believe it. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, we can probably start to wrap this up. There's not a lot. Yeah, there's not a lot else that we can say about Pac-Man, is it? It is what it is. There's not going to be. Yeah, there's not going to be any sort of progression from this, is there? You know, the mazes will change, obviously, and so give us a pro. What's a plus point for you?
That it's a really cool game and I like it so much.
Yeah. Okay. And any negative points?
I hurt again.
Do you think we can get anything else other than I hurts? You know, we're trying to sort of provide viewers with informed reviews.
Yeah. No, nothing.
No negatives.
When you get stuck in a corner, you can't escape.
Yeah.
And one thing also, you can't actually see the rest of the maze. So if you accidentally walk into one corner, you just get eaten.
Okay, fair enough. So pros, yeah, it's fun to play. You find the maze not being on the screen all the time. I can't. How many ghosts are we giving it out of 5?
5. Yeah.
You're giving it 5 out of 5 ghosts. Amazing. Okay.
It didn't deserve that worst rating.
Fair enough. Okay, I like it. Okay, so the last game that we're going to look at is Double Dragon 3: the arcade game. Obviously the third one in the series. Double Dragon's been ported to virtually every system, but this one has been particularly noted as being awful. ChatGPT says this beat-em-up title was criticised for its high difficulty level, poor controls, and lack of polish. A reviewer, again from Down and Dirty Reviews, labelled it the worst Game Boy game ever, citing relentless enemy attacks and poor programming. So there we go. They're saying it's the worst Game Boy game ever. Let's fire it up and let's see what myself and Lado think. I've not seen this one before. I've only played the first Double Dragon game on the Game Boy. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I like dragons.
You like dragons? Well, this is Double Dragons, so you're gonna love this. Slight spoiler alert, mate. There are no dragons in this game.
Why is it called that then?
Let's load it up and see. Okay, so we're on with Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. Nice graphics.
Same as an old game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is apparently cited as being the worst Game Boy game ever, according to Down and Dirty Reviews. Let's hit start. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Yep. Billy and Jimmy went on a journey to complete their martial arts. On their return, and 2 years later, they make a fortune teller. There we go. What does it say?
Why? 3 years later, this will take us to Egypt.
They will find the world's strongest enemy, but no one has come back alive. There we go. Oh, so it says go to Egypt. We're starting in America.
Oh, I already died now.
Okay, first impressions?
Very hard. This could be the lowest one yet. Let's put them. Yeah.
Visually, I mean, we're playing it on a, for a capture device, on a nice bright screen. I'm finding it quite difficult to see what's happening.
Yeah.
So imagine that on a Gameboy screen.
Oh.
That really would give you the eye hurts, wouldn't it?
This isn't even the start of I have.
You seem to do quite well though. I noticed your life has gone down quite a bit, so
Let me see.
you see, look at the top, raise your life. And there was no option to change the difficulty, was there either? You were just in and that's it.
I'm kicking them. Not very hard by the looks of it.
Nice. Oh.
I know. Yeah. Please stop punching me.
So this just feels like a button masher, isn't it? You're going to end up with an RSI.
Or carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel, yeah.
I thought it was carpal tunnel.
No, carpal. Good knowledge.
My wrist.
Maybe slow down a little bit. You don't want to be...
Wrist hurt.
Yeah, you don't want the wrist hurts. So is that going to be a potential con? Wrist hurt as well as eye hurt?
Yeah. You're dead. You're dead.
I think if you go down there, you're going to perish. Yeah. So stay away from the hole. Oh.
You're not allowed to drive in here, you know.
How are you supposed to... You might have to jump and kick him, you know. So like,
How do you jump?
like be in line with him and then use your other button and jump kick when he comes in. Oh. Jump kick, maybe.
I do know. Going too fast.
What do you reckon? Wrap up?
Yeah, we'll leave it here.
Yeah. I think... Wait, what happened? Did you pause it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll leave it running while we give our
Perfect
final
cut
thoughts.
time.
So, that's Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. Are there any pros whatsoever to this, in your opinion?
Not at all.
Nothing? You didn't enjoy any of it? Cons?
Everything.
Everything. Everything is a con, including eye hurt.
Wrist hurt.
Yeah.
Hardness.
So,
Yeah.
we could... What could we use to rate this? Maybe dragons then. How many dragons out of 5 are you going to give it?
1.
1. In fact, we'll do the dragon medallion, or that sort of dragon logo symbol.
1. Definitely.
1 out of 5. Okay. Well, we'll wrap up the Double Dragon then. So, finished. Right. So that was the 5 worst video games of all time according to ChatGPT. Who knows? Perhaps if I'd worded that sentence differently, it would have produced me 5 more. Perhaps if I ask it again, it'll do me 5 more. It was just something that we were talking about. So actually, let's see what it spits out, and let's see what games we can play. It was just an excuse, really. And also, this is probably the most involvement that BoyladGames has had in one of our videos, apart from the one where we built the Lego. So yeah, I think it's been nice to get you on the channel. If you enjoyed being a part of this first video, yeah, this one, yeah, I think we'll perhaps look at doing some more in the future. So out of those 5, mate, which one's the worst, do you think?
Dragon.
The Double Dragon one, yeah. And which one was the best?
Either Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Wait, what other ones did I do? Like Hyrule.
There, look, Pac-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Castlevania or Star Wars.
Ooh, it's either Pac-Man or Castlevania.
That was the one with the whip.
Oh, that one. Either Pac-Man, Castlevania, or the Spider-Man one.
Yeah, so we could probably perhaps rank them then. Double Dragon worst, then Star Wars 4th, Castlevania 3rd.
Maybe the Spider-Man one
Third,
there.
Castlevania 2nd, and Pac-Man 1st. Yeah, maybe we'll put some flashy graphics on the screen to get them in some sort of chart. We're going to leave it there for today, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. As always, feel free to leave us a comment. Please make it a nice one. If you could drop us a like, that's amazing. And if you can subscribe as well, that's really good. We're getting towards that. We're trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark so that we can look at, moving the channel forward. And anything that we can get back for making these videos really will help us make more content. But as always, the main thing is if you've watched this and enjoyed it, then our job is done. We'll both be back in the future with another video. But for now, bye for now. Say bye.
And also remember to drop a name for me.
Yeah, if you want to, any suggestions for BoyladGames nickname. Bye for now.